What's up, Rube? It's Little Big Robots back. Quick video here. I wanted to do this. First I need to clean off some of this junk here. Smashing my Steam Deck. Messing with stuff. Got so many little projects going on. So today I was going to look at something cool and new. Hello. This is if you remember as a kid, if you're my age, you grew up in the 80s. You remember a line of toys called ROBO Force. Well, as they like to do these days, they remade the entire line, or well, entire line. The two of them. Move my mic a little bit here. Sorry. And this is one of them. I was looking at getting the other one as well, but I decided to try the one I preferred at first. See what I thought. This is Wrecker. The other one is, let's see here, Max. Basically, this was a line of really basic toys. If you want to go look them up, do so. Check out some videos. You can buy them on eBay for dirt cheap because they're really, it's a cool package. I'll be flattening it, of course. I flatten all my packages and save them in boxes. I don't keep them in box form. I keep a few toys still in box, but I usually keep stuff like this. Any box you can reduce down to its flattened state. That's how they get them to the manufacturer. They print them and ship them flattened, and then somebody assembles them, or a machine assembles them. But the original version of these were so basic. They were like a little trash can with some arms, and they had a suction cup bottom. And the suction cup bottom was kind of their gimmick. But I remember as a kid that the suction cup bottom, it didn't stick to most stuff, most surfaces. So it was kind of pointless. It had arms that would squeeze like this. You go look them up, look up an old video. It's an interesting old toy, and I have memories of them for sure, but I did not really care for them that much just because they were so basic. But there was definitely some good vibes there. I'm going to be taking a look at this one. I like that he came with all this extra stuff. And some extra, arms. But the feet, and keeping with the original, the feet are suction cup feet, which, as every review of these you probably will see, or have seen, will say, is that I'm cool with, I understand the concept there. Oh, these are cool. And look, by the way, did you notice nothing is kept in this? There's no those twisty tie things they use so much of. Now I'm going to do a video just about those because I hate them so much. What was I going to say? The originals were really basic, and the suction cup feet that they're trying to carry over from the originals, I think, were a mistake. I think they could have done something that looked kind of like suction cup feet, and instead were, functional. But we'll look at that. Here's some of his arms. As you can see, it does have some. They do have some. Let me get some light going on here. They do have some details in there. A lot of details, but some wash, but then no wash put on the silver parts, which is a bit confusing. I would have rather them have just washed the silver parts and left the yellow alone, if that makes sense. It's not a movable arm. It's kind of stuck in this pose. Again, that's cool. That's fine. Pretty interesting looking. Another one as well. Again, not movable, which is a shame they didn't do that, because these were $50, $60. I got it on sale for $30 because nobody bought them, because the originals were kind of a, relatively popular, but more of a, a toy that kind of passed on in history, and so people have memories of them, but not like the fondest of memories, because the originals were kind of garbage. These, I imagine, have kind of had issues because of these feet, but as you can see, as I suction cup them down, so this is kind of interesting. So I'm trying to suction cup them down, but because the foot is it has so much give there, you can't do something interesting like this. It's just going to do that. So the suction kit feet are, those feet are the biggest, are just a huge mistake. Huge mistake. The figure itself looks really cool. He's got some nice details. Again, I would rather have seen a little dry brushing there. I would rather have left off the wash and just did some dry brushing to bring out the details just all over the thing. You could even use silver over the entire thing and you would have still had... Where am I hearing a cat jumping around? Don't know. But, oh, there he is. But anyway, so what I thought it would be fun to do is to see what the possibility is. There's no screws, so that's not going to be it. You'd have to manually... This is kind of interesting. It has a double jointed knee there. You see that double joint? But I don't know really why. And his leg kind of goes forward as well. It's a strange design ideas here. That's tight, but I imagine that will loosen up over time. So again, it's a cool looking figure. But the way you have to kind of keep these arms in the same place as well is a bit unfortunate. And they're very, very hard to get in this hole here. That sucks. Let's see. So I'm glad they're tight, don't get me wrong, but that's not real. I think maybe they go the opposite way. This one goes over here. No, it'd have to go there. Let's leave these off for now. That's kind of annoying. So the figure's cool. This, I can see why they're kind of going on sale. I've seen them on shelves everywhere, and people, the price was a bit high. I mean, you get a big chunky figure, don't get me wrong. This is really interesting and cool. The hand actually opens, I believe. Doesn't it? I thought the hand opened. I guess not, but he has these flowers. I don't know why he has these flowers. It's maybe it has something to do with his original character. I can't remember. It's too much of kind of a niche line, but that's cool. So I mean, he does a lot of cool posing stuff, but that's not going to last long. That tightness of those joints, that's going to be unfortunate because interesting redo. I know it's probably selling more because of nostalgia, but they're so different than the originals in a lot of ways that I think more people are going to buy these like me just to have a cool robot figure and to maybe have one for customization. The problem I'm seeing here is that there's no screws. I can't just screw this apart, and I would have to split the actual body. You'll always be able to see like a seam line. Split the actual body, and somehow it'd be incredible to be able to replace these feet. See, maybe if they made the suction cups kind of tougher, more rigid, then you could stand him up and he would definitely hold a pose. But as it is now, he can definitely stick to like a surface like this, see? But because the suction cups are so flimsy, what do you think, Harley? Because the suction cups are so flimsy, he doesn't hold a position. So you can't really do anything with them. This is really unfortunate. I think that it was a license they acquired. They wanted to build because of the nostalgia, and they thought it would be a relatively successful little line. I don't know, but I can see why there's only been two. I don't think there's been more, but the two. Because interesting toy. You mark my words, you'll see these guys in like bargain bins at Comic-Cons and stuff, and some toy fair. You know, you're gonna see these for $10 and stuff, $15. No, don't buy his flowers. So it's really unfortunate because I really like big chunky robots. I thought it was kind of funny. The other guy was really interesting looking. He had kind of more of a comic shape to him or whatever, but these feet absolutely ruin it. Again, I understand why they do it. What they should have done, I believe, is made the actual figure. Okay. Hang on a second. Let's go ahead and not attack my project. I go over there. I think that what they should have done is made the figures a little closer to the original. Trash can kind of bodies, maybe with some legs that came out. Have the original gimmick of the squeezy arms, which is kind of what this does. Give him regular feet, you know, with normal legs, but put a suction cup maybe on the back, a suction cup hand, a a tether, like a string with the suction cup on it, so you could stick them to a thing and have them swing in or whatever. This was an absolute mistake, I think. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad they did it. I think it's an interesting design. But as you can see, if it doesn't function, if your gimmick, see, I can press it down really hard and he's starting to stand. But again, you can see how floppy it is. If your original function doesn't really make the toy more fun, if your gimmick doesn't, or if it was done, I don't want to say poorly, but if it wasn't done as well as it could have been done, then it was a mistake. Okay, what's up, everybody? Wanted a quick update on what I found with this toy. So basically, I removed the suction cup feet, and as I thought, they're literally, you know, placed in there, pressed in there. And when they popped out, the right one, when I popped it out, it's made a snap, like a pop, like a gunshot, pow. So that's what you're looking at, and you can see why the feet weren't really able to hold up very well. But then you get two look like baby bottle nipple things. So that's what you were supporting the entire thing on. So with them gone, as you can see, you've got basically just a flat leg, and it stands much more solidly. So let's see if I can do the test I was doing before, where I can always like to see if I can get him to stand on one leg. See if I can stretch this out and get it balanced. Nope, nope. Look at that. So now you can stand on one leg, and it's much more solid. So if I put him on my shelf, there you could just do your basic poses or whatever. And now you don't have, you know, feet to kind of go around, but you can do some, because they're so wide, you can kind of do some more interesting moving poses without these. So you see what I mean? That these should have been something else. A ball jointed foot or something going on in there. I was messing with the arms on the back, and this one was really hard to get in. So I trimmed it off a little bit, like that. I trimmed off this piece, and then it snapped on me. So this alone, that is really disappointing. They just should have play tested it more. I know that sounds dumb, but when you have an actual action figure or toy, you definitely need to take it, you know, try and break it, see what breaks it, see how it works and stuff like this. I'm just kind of shocked that they didn't go, hey, these don't work. Like, how are people supposed to use these? You're supposed to stick them to a wall like this or whatever, which is fine, but it doesn't work. The original ones had a large, one solid suction cup, and it works. So, I mean, you see how much more solid he is now? He's not, you know, you can actually pose the guy. So it's a little bit disappointing. I'm really disappointed that thing broke. If you can get these on sale, I would get them, because they are neat, fun, big, bulky figures. I'm probably going to do a wash on the whole thing and a dry brush and really make it look more dirty or whatever. I still have this one that still works. So what I might do is find a way to actually... I hated how they had them posed as well. I think they should have been more like this. So these should have been turned in. And I don't like that you can't move the arms as well, but still, I'm going to see if I can maybe just glue them like that, and that would look 100 times cooler. So you can see, without the suction cups, this is still kind of an interesting take on a redo of the original line. But anyway, thought you guys and gals and everybody else out there would want to check it out. Have a good weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.